Well, hi everybody, welcome back. In today's adventure, I find some really cool stuff. Or do I? I kind of forgot, I'm getting a little old. Oh, no, wait, yes, I do find some really cool stuff, including this deer trinket box. And you'll never believe why I bought this. Yeah, you'll have to come inside the video to find out why. I also found a whole bunch of other items, I think, that are really cool too. So come on inside and join me on the adventure. Well, good morning, everyone. It's almost time to start thrifting. But first, let me tell you what we're going to do today. In today's video, we're going to go to 3 Goodwill stores. Plus, I have a bonus for you today. Yeah, it's a little bit of a bonus that you've never seen or heard anywhere on YouTube, but I'm going to tell you today. Yeah, it's how to find a lucky shopping cart when you're out thrifting. Wow! I know, you're excited, but you're going to have to wait. But for now, we have to start this thrifting adventure, don't we? Okay, let's go. Whenever I get to this store, I always start in their toy section because they have such a nice selection of toys. I saw this bear. It said hot lights on his foot. Well, it turned out it was a Build-A-Bear. They were asking $3.99 for him, and his eyes even lit up. I checked out online, and these go for 20 bucks. So I brought it home with me. Well, I continued down the toy aisle where I saw this Mike Rowe bobblehead. Now, he's the star of that TV show Dirty Jobs. They were asking $3.99 for this, and I didn't think they'd be worth that much. But on eBay, they go for between $35 and $40. Yeah, there was a lot more toys to see. I came across this Paw Patrol driving game. They were only asking $4.99 for it. Online, these go for $30 to $35. So, I had to take this too. This was getting fun being in the toy section. I came around to the other side of that aisle, and yep, I found another toy. It was called Crawl With Me Puppy. Yeah, I don't want to crawl with them, but I liked them. It was $6.99. Was made by Fisher-Price, and online they go for $25. Okay, maybe there's more toys. Let's go look. Well, I was getting really lucky at this store, and I'm going to tell you why. But for right now, let me just finish up this aisle. I saw this Casio calculator. They were asking $4.99 for it, and online they go for around $15. So I debated whether to take it, and finally, I brought it home. If you guys remember, last week I told you that I had found a lucky shopping cart. Well, I want to let you guys in on a little secret. The reason I knew it was lucky is because I found this little leprechaun hiding on it. Now, these leprechauns hide all over the cart, so you got to look everywhere to find them. Oh, see? There, I just found them. And that's why I did good at this store, because I had a lucky leprechaun with me. So now you guys know the secret. The next time you go to Goodwill, make sure you look for the leprechaun. Okay, remember, it's our secret. Well, right now, guys, I gotta go pay for this stuff, and then I'll meet you in the car. Well, I was impatiently waiting online to pay for this stuff when I noticed on my left this lunchbox. It was Pirates of the Caribbean. They wanted $3.99 for it, and online they go for $20. This is a lucky cart. Okay, guys, it's time to be heading to the second store today. But first, I have a little bit of bad news for the non-subscribers to my channel. Well, let me explain. As most of my regular viewers know, non-subscribers have to sit back in the back seat where it's not fun, and subscribers get to sit up front with me where we have a lot of fun. But one of the negatives, another one of the negatives, because there's a lot to being a non-subscriber, is you can't see leprechauns. I don't know, it's something to do with the air or something back there. Here, watch. I'm going to put my hand back here. And now, do you see a leprechaun? I don't either. That's because you're in the back with the non-subscribers. Now watch what happens when I moved my hand up front. And now, see? Right away, he pops up. So if you're a non-subscriber and you want to see leprechauns and also be lucky when you go thrifting, click that subscribe button. But for now, let's get heading to that second store. Well, you guys know that the minute I got here, I had to go check and see if I could find a leprechaun. So as soon as I walked in the door, I walked over to these 50 carts. Wow, there was a lot. So I had to check every single one of these out. You know what? The manager almost kicked me out because I had shopping carts on every aisle. But after pleading with her, she let me stay. Okay, I didn't find a leprechaun though. Well, this obviously wasn't a lucky cart, because this was the 4th aisle I went down, and I hadn't found anything yet. And then finally, I found this blood pressure cuff for $2.99, and online they go for about $20, and this one even looked new, so I wanted this. Today seemed to be a day for toys, so I came over to the toy aisle. I saw this Darth Vader Star Wars figure. It was a candy dispenser, but they were asking $6.99, and they only go for $10. Then I saw Robbie the Robot. He's from the 1950s sci-fi movie Forbidden Planet.
Welcome to Altair 4, gentlemen. I am to transport you to the residence.
They wanted $5.99 for him. He walks and he talks, and he was going to go home with me for sure. This store had a whole section up front where they just put their Halloween stuff. But the problem was, all of it was new merchandise. Like in years past, they had old stuff and antique stuff you could buy. Now, nope, just all new junk. And it was really junk. Nothing I could make money on. So I just continued searching in another part of the store. This was the last row to search at this store. But luckily, I found this Mr. Potato Head mug. You know what? It was made by Disney. I didn't even know Disney had anything to do with Mr. Potato Head. Now, it didn't have a price on it, but the girl at the counter gave it to me for $2.99, and online they go for $15. You know, even though I didn't find the leprechaun on this cart, I still think I did okay. Not great, but like I said, no leprechaun, you're not going to do all that well. Okay, I'll meet you guys out in the car. Okay, guys, it's time to be heading to the third store today. But I just want to remind you that if you guys see anything in any of my videos that you're interested in buying, just click the eBay link below. You'll be taken to my store, have a look around, and maybe you'll find something you're interested in buying. And if not, that's okay too. Also, I want to tell you that at the next store, it's usually a good place to find leprechauns. Yeah, it's pretty famous for leprechauns. Not all the time, but more than the usual Goodwill. Well, for us, our subscribers. For the non-subscribers, they still can't see them there. Okay, well, let's get heading to the third store and go look for a leprechaun. Well, we didn't find a leprechaun at the last store. But you know, they're not very common. And you really have to look hard for them sometimes. Well, I searched through these carts, and once again, I found no leprechauns, so I just decided to use my amazing thrifting abilities. Well, on my way to the first row, I saw this abandoned cart. Well, I said to myself, you know, you better check this, because you don't know where leprechauns hide. They could be anywhere. Well, I started to look around, and I wasn't seeing anything, and then all of a sudden, there he was, another leprechaun. Well, now I knew I was going to have a lucky day, so what I did is I waited till he disappeared, because you got to let them go back inside the cart, and then I switched carts and started thrifting with a big smile on my face and a lot more confidence. Soon as I switched carts, I came right over to this row to see if the lucky leprechaun would work. Well, I saw this Christmas ornament. It was only $2.99, but it was by Christopher Radko, which made it worth about $25. Thank you, Leprechaun. I walked over to this aisle, where I saw this Bugs Bunny salt and pepper shaker. Now, they were asking $8.99 for it, which is pretty high, but I decided to go with my gut and give it a chance. See what I get for it. Well, am I glad I went with my gut on that purchase, because it ended up selling for $19.95 plus shipping within 3 hours of me putting it online. So I made a nice little amount of money. Yeah, a nice little amount of money. That's why they call me a Geno, because I'm Italiano. Okay, let's try that again. Well, I'm so glad I went with my gut feeling and bought that Bugs Bunny salt and pepper shaker, because I listed it on eBay, and it sold the first night for $19.95 plus $6.95 shipping. Yeah, that's faster than you could make a plate of spaghetti and meatballs. Yeah, goes along with the other silly mistake I made. Okay, well, let's get back to the video. Over on this row, I wasn't finding anything. I started to think, well, maybe the leprechaun's at lunch or something. I really didn't know. But I decided just to use my own skills, because I know what I'm doing. But there was still nothing here, so I headed to another row. Next, I came over to this row, where I saw that cute little deer. But I didn't know whether to buy him, because the leprechaun wasn't around. But then I got a sign. Look, there he is. So I knew I at least had to check this out. Well, it turned out it was $6.99. It was a music box. It said, "Granddaughter, you're my little dear." And it was so adorable, I had to take this. I really liked it anyway. Even if the leprechaun didn't tell me, I would have taken it. Okay, I put it in my cart. I didn't know whether to go down this aisle, and then the leprechaun put out a rainbow for me to follow. Well, it was good I did, because I saw this trinket jar. It had a golf theme. It was made by this company, Windsor. They're from England. They only wanted $2.99 for it, and online they go for $25. Again, I gotta thank the leprechaun. This aisle had a lot of Christmas-related stuff. But I didn't find anything related to Christmas. What I did find was this remote control for a ceiling fan. They wanted $5.99 for it. It was by this company, Air Control. And online these go for $35 new. And this was new. When I got to this aisle, I found something that I've been finding a lot of lately. See that egg-shaped item? Well, that's an anti-barking device. It's by Sunbeam. They were asking $7.99 for it. That's a little bit high, but these sell so fast that it was worth it. They go for about $20. So pick them up if you see them, guys. They're fast sellers. Well, I had a barrel of fun at this store today, and I think I'm going to make some pretty good money on what I found, too. Well, thank you, Leprechaun. Okay, guys, I'm going to go pay for this stuff, and then I'll meet you out in the car. Well, guys, it's that sad part of the day when I have to say goodbye. But I want you to listen to something I have to tell you. You know, it's fun to go out and you get a little lucky while you're thrifting and you find something and you sell it for a lot of money. You know, but it's really not the leprechauns. It's usually your knowledge that makes you money. You know, it's fun to get lucky, don't get me wrong. But here's something that I want to tell you that will make you even smarter than the leprechaun. Yeah. You know, when you go out, make sure you go out a lot, because you have to learn thrifting just like you do anything else. Well, while you're out, make a mental note of what's selling and for how much. And if you see an item that you really like, go home and research it. Now, you'll have something that a leprechaun doesn't have, knowledge. And with knowledge, you'll make a lot of money in this business. Okay, well, that's it for now, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. Please share this video with a friend. Most of all, stay safe out there, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, guys.